Hey guys, Old Iron Will here, back working on the 5 horsepower economy hit and miss stationary engine project. So today I got some of the pieces made up for the piston and rod, got a new wrist pin and all that made, so I'll maybe give you an update of what I've done here so far, and we'll get it put together and get it put back in the engine. So everybody, we got the old wrist pin and bushing taken out of the connecting rod, out of the piston. Fair bit of wear. I don't know if you can see that, how much it's moving. I don't know if you can see the gap, but enough that it would cause some knock anyways. So you can definitely feel it's probably got to be a few thousandths wear there for sure, maybe more. Definitely catch my fingernail on it. So we got a new wrist pin and all that made. I used a piece of 1/8 inch and 1/8 drill rod, cut it to length, just chucked it in the lathe, faced off the ends so they're nice and true. Put a little recessed hole there for the set screw, and it definitely fits into the new, nice and snug when it goes into the new wrist pin bushing that I put in there. So that's a real nice fit anyway, so I'm pretty happy with how all that turned out. So the old bushing was definitely steel, so I've used a bronze one. That's generally what I use. So that's what's went into this engine. So that's what I had on hand. So I think you've seen before, we had the piston and everything already. So let's see if we can get it put together here. So the big thing to remember is to have your oil holes on the same side as the oil hole opening for the wrist pin, so make sure it gets lubrication. I've drilled a hole through there as well to make sure that it's going through. So got to tap this in a little bit further. A little bit more for it to line up with the set screw. So that's looking pretty good. So one thing I forgot to do, I should have given that sole a nice coat of oil before I put it together, but we'll oil it through this way. So again, make sure your orientation for your oil holes for your piston, the wrist pin, and everything's to the top of the cylinder where the oiler will be. These rings should compress in with the tapered bore at the end, so I'm just going to get a little block here. put a little wood block there just to help me keep everything lined up as I'm putting them in. So there we go, just like that. Piston's back in. Seems to have some nice free movement, so that's good. One more piece of the puzzle completed. So next I think I'm going to get all the push rod assembly, igniter trip, governor, all taken apart here. Something's been MacGyvered here on the speed control lever. Not sure exactly why, but we'll dig into that and figure it out. So we're just going to start trying to pull some stuff apart here. Well, I have no idea where that cotter key ended up. I'll have to get out the magnet, and I used a magnet I had on the workbench there, but I'll get out the rolling one and find it here. Hopefully find it before I find it in a tire anyway. So, but I did find a 3/8 plug, pipe plug, so that might have been the toughest one of the toughest cotter keys I ever had to get out. That thing was ridiculous. Well, it looks like there's some wire there, but we might be able to get away with that, so. The spring somebody's rigged up to help pull the push rod back. I'm assuming that it wasn't going back far enough to trip the igniter, so go back so it could reset to trip the igniter. So we'll have to look into that, because I'm pretty sure that this spring here should be enough to reset everything. So either the spring has lost enough tension over the years, or it's not the original spring. Maybe we need a longer one. But we'll figure it out as we get into it. So Well, there's an old piece of tin they've used there for something, so some reason. Definitely seeing some wear and some pins and stuff like that, so we'll probably look at addressing that. One screw here's broke right off, so, well, not broke off, half the head's broke off, so hopefully we can get her out. Yeah, I was hoping it would come out, but the governor's only have to come apart first, so I think it'll be enough now. So I went and put this in a vise. I know I didn't bring you guys over, but clamped this part in the vise, put a big pair of water pump pliers, and just got this started. So now it's threading off. So far on, you know, fairly easy by hand. So well, it has it, guys. It's governor and push rod, trip rod is all tore down. Sometimes this needs replaced or seized up, but it seems the roller here that runs on the cam, but it seems to be in good shape. I don't think I'll worry about it. So really, I think the next step is going to be just getting everything cleaned up, looking at some of these pins, determining whether they need to be addressed or not. So probably will clean up those governor pins. Pretty heavy spring on the governor there, so I might look and see if I've got something that will work. I don't know if that's, I'm assuming that's original. It's in there fairly tight into the housing, so but I like to try and slow the engine down if possible, so that's kind of the things I'll look at. I'll look at the detent catch one there. It was a pretty heavy spring too, so that's the one that pushes out the detent catch. So probably maybe between, if I can find a couple of lighter springs, that'll still go over the governor. I didn't really look at close at the governor. Really dirty. I think it's more than serviceable, so got a little wear on the head of it there, but I think that'll run a long time. So same, that's the big thing. We'll get her all cleaned up and we'll really determine what we have here. So I think thanks for watching this time, guys. I think we'll cut the video here. I'm not sure how long it's going to be after editing, but again, please like and subscribe. You know, we'll look at these parts and pieces when they're cleaned up. I may have to make a couple things for it, a couple pins. I don't know if I'll do that on camera, probably not, because it's, you guys have seen me make pins and some of that stuff before. So I think we'll focus probably the next video will be on the reassembly of the governor and hopefully getting it all back on, hopefully finding a few springs, and overall it doesn't look too terribly bad. I've seen a whole lot worse. So thanks everybody. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and feel free to share. You know, really helps out build up the channel and stuff like that. So again, thanks for all the positive feedback that you folks do share with me, some of you out there. So I really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you all next time. Bye for now.